Hello friends, welcome back. Tim Johnson with the listings channel. Listen, I want to talk to you about something near and dear to my heart, and that is working with seniors. I know I've had a lot of people come up to me over the years and say, Tim, I really want to get into the senior market. What's the best way to do that? And to be honest, the last few years that I've actually been selling real estate, I've been pretty much exclusively working with seniors. There is a time commitment to it. It goes a little bit slower, and you have to go a little bit slower, and you have to have a little bit of patience. But that's fine for me, and it was a good fit. And I was actually raised by by seniors. I lived with my grandparents a lot growing up, so I kind of understand, some of the things that are going on with them. But just to get a little gut to gut with you here. Typically, you have a husband and a wife, but the husband is usually pretty obstinate. Like, I am going to stay in this home until I die. And I encountered that many times. I'd even have to have heart-to-heart talks with them and say, okay, so let me get this right. You guys have been married 62 years, and your wife is going to have to deal with your death and then find a retirement community and then sell a house when she's never sold a house before or without you. But also, if you think about, people who were born in, Great Depression times and stuff like that, the man, took care of the checkbook, took care of selling the house, made those kind of decisions. Maybe not. Plenty of professional women. My mom was a professor of nursing, so that's and she was a single mom. So not stereotyping anything, but in most of these cases, these are women that have tried to live alone as long as they can. They're in their 80s, sometimes 90s, sometimes 70s. And, their friends and family are saying, you really shouldn't live alone anymore. Or they're lonely and they like the activity. They like to be able to go back to their own place, relax, have their own personal space, but all their meals are prepared. There's a doctor, nurse on site. There's different levels of care. So anyway, enough about the personal stories there, but I'm just telling you it's very rewarding. So couple quick tips, and then we'll wrap this up. This will be a short one today. They're going to be moving into some type of retirement community if they're not moving in with family. And moving in with family is not usually the most ideal. Retirement community is. That can be a subject for another day, I guess. Go to that retirement community. Number one, get to know them, know what unit she's going to be moving into or he's going to be moving into, how the meal plan works, that type of thing. But also get to be friends with that community, because when they see the job that you've done for this senior and they've seen how stressful it's been for other seniors who have moved in there, look, they're going to ask you back. I have spoken, I don't want to say hundreds of times, but over 100 times at retirement communities about what seniors need to know when selling a home and moving into a retirement community. They've asked me to come back and speak. And it's not a sales pitch. I just put my business cards on the side of the table and I say, hey, if it's something that you'd like to talk to me more about, just grab a business card. I don't have your name. The retirement community has all your name, your email. They invited you. They paid for the food. Everything's great. But if you'd like to talk to me, that's fine. And I picked up a lot of listings that way. Okay, so a couple quick tips on working with seniors. Number one, try and only do showings. It's tough to only do showings once a week, but try to, my max is really twice a week. So I'll typically do it on a Tuesday afternoon, say 3:30 to 4, 4 to 4:30, something like that. I've even done it earlier when we have daylight savings and it's dark then. I'll do it from like 12 to 1 or something like that. Remember, seniors eat a little bit earlier on average too. They get up earlier. They typically eat lunch 11:30, 12. So it's a good time for them to go out of the house. They've either had their lunch or they're going out to lunch, with friends, something like that. And then I'll do it again on a Saturday at like 1 o'clock, because there are some people that they just simply can't get away from their job on the weekends. But this cannot be an everyday type of thing. Having them, it doesn't work. And you will call them and you'll make an appointment to go see them, and they say, "Oh, I can't see you on Thursday. I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday." And and again, this is why I handled a lot of the listings for the seniors myself, because our natural inclination is, well, that's just a doctor's appointment. I mean, like the whole rest of the day. But they block out the entire day because they get there early. They don't know how long it's going to be. They don't want to be stressed out. You have to keep the stress level down, like way down. What's stressful? Showings. Another thing that's stressful is every house, my house, there's stuff that needs to be repaired. And there is in their house as well, but they don't know who to call. I'm not going to call a plumber to fix a leaky faucet, because that's going to be $80 for the service call and this and that and this and that. Offer to have your handyman come by free of charge, and they can just put a little punch list, free of charge. My handyman, that's included in our service. So my handyman will come by and take care of any little things. Perhaps a place needs painting. Okay, I know a guy who can do it. That's a little bit more expensive type of thing, so you'll have to pay for it, but we will coordinate everything. We'll just coordinate everything for you. The other thing that we do is we have a cleaning service come in before we show the property. Oh, that's so good. They have such pride of ownership, right? And they're just like, and the bathroom's a mess. I can't get down on my hands and knees and scrub the tub. Miss Jones, please don't worry about it. I'm going to have a cleaning service come in. They're going to clean your house. I mean, they're not going to wash the windows and everything like that. But I mean, they're going to do a pretty major clean of your house. So it's going to look really good before the first folks come in and do that. Again, that's included in our service. Another thing is, as I said, look, I got a guy who's got a truck. So if there's stuff that you want to get rid of that you don't want to be, and they're typically moving into a smaller place. So let's just say here they have a 2,500 square foot home, and they're moving into probably an 1,100 square foot place. So I got a handyman. He's got a truck. He'll take a load to the dump for you. First load is on me. If you need him to do additional loads, that's fine. If you just want to tip him a couple bucks, for his time, that's fine. But included in my service is having a handyman come by, take care of things, cleaning service. I'll coordinate any painting that needs to be done, and we'll also have somebody haul stuff away to them. Or maybe they want to donate it to the Salvation Army, or maybe they want to give it to a sister-in-law who lives, like 10 miles away. Make those things easy for them. Okay, I don't know how I would get a couch. I mean, I'd call a guy. I got a moving guy, obviously, but I mean, just a regular person. How am I going to get a couch to my brother who lives in Key Largo? I mean, logistically, it's a big process, right? It's an all-day job. Help them out with things like that. Another little thing, and we can talk more about post-occupancy agreements and everything like that, but if you can give them a post-occupancy agreement for about 2 to 3 days, I mean 7 days is ideal, they'll always be out in less than 7 days, but 2 to 3 days is ideal, because here's why. Think of the generation, the Great Depression, the World War II, a widow who's 88 years old. She does not want to sell the only place she has to live in right now and get the $400,000 and then not have a place to live. What if the closing doesn't go through? I mean, seriously, what if something happens to one of the buyers? I've had buyers get divorced during the terms of the contract. I've had one pass away during the course of the contract. So a post-occupancy agreement allows them to get their money, have it in their hand, and then they know that they can afford to go into the retirement community. Let me tell you, little things like this, it's going to be a huge difference. Just, let me just drive it home, okay? Typical listing agent, hey, hot shot, I list 100 houses a year. We're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to have showings. It's going to be available Monday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And we're going to have a yard sign in your, oh, that's another thing. They do not like yard signs in their lawn, and I don't either, because it just signifies the house is for sale. Maybe it's vacant, everything like that makes them very nervous. So no yard signs with seniors. So you have to give up on those sign calls, no big deal, okay? And I do this and this, and you're going to be on Zillow, you're going to be on 100,000 websites, versus me comes in and says, okay, look, what we're going to do, we're not going to have a yard sign. I'm going to have a handyman come in, tidy up the place. I'm going to have a clutter guy come in. He's going to haul anything away for you. I'm going to have a cleaning service come in, clean the whole place for you. Then we're going to just show your house once, maybe twice a week. It's only going to be for 1 hour each time. And then you can get back in the house. And we're not going to bother you other than that. And then what you're going to do is, since you're the seller, you can actually go into our attorney's office about a week beforehand, sign the papers in private. There's not going to be like 18 people around the table yelling and screaming. Those days are over. You can sign the papers in private. You will then get your money. Okay, and then you have to, and that's going to happen on a Tuesday, and then you have to be out by Friday, which should be no problem at all. So anyway, those are just some of my tips for working with seniors. Been some of the most rewarding deals that I've ever done. I think I've personally done close to 1,000 deals. And the ones that stick out in my mind are the seniors. You know, the ones who send me Christmas cards every year? The seniors that I helped. So anyway, good luck. Happy to work with you guys on this. But this is a very rewarding and underserved market. And a lot of people think, oh, I just start working with seniors, or I'll go take some class on working with seniors. It's a whole different dynamic, but it's extremely rewarding, and it's a great way to give back with all your real estate knowledge. It's a great way to give back to some people who really need your help. Okay? All right, friends, that's it for today. I'll see you on tomorrow's video. I got some interesting topics geared up, so go ahead and subscribe. You can hit notifications if you want. I just don't think there should be too many interruptions to your day. But if you subscribe, then when you log into YouTube, you'll see me. So I'll see you around, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.